Warning, a rogue goblin has escaped and is currently headed towards. If you spot him, please comment the timestamp immediately. This is not a drill. What's up, Goblin Nation? It's the underappreciated and underrated Gibrian back with another video, and
I really hate to say this. I think this
a great video for you guys today. So my plan was originally to make a video based on like the ship stuff they showed off and go into detail, but then they said the second movie would have more detail, so I think I'm just gonna wait till then. So I'm gonna make this video instead about how stats are going to affect the games in a way that like people aren't really realizing. Everyone's kind of used to like all these One Piece games being really like PvP focused. I think we're gonna get a lot of crews that focus on more grindier casual parts of the game, and that's what I'm gonna talk about today. These are the stats we're gonna be looking at today. Some of them aren't as obvious, like, ship rate and navigation. You probably can't really build a crew around, but crafting for sure, you can have a crafting guild. A thieving guild, I mean like a whole group of bandits, we're gonna run into entire crews that are just like role-playing as thieves. Someone's crew, probably. That's another big thing. This is probably the first One Piece game that really lets you roleplay. Like they said, you can run a restaurant if you want. Someone else's crew, probably. So this kind of goes into the first problem I have with the way a lot of people are handling crews. Everyone that's recruiting crews is trying to like form the best PvP crew possible. Please join, we have 13 members, we're gonna be the #1 crew on Rell. A lot of people don't like to play games that way. I mean, I personally don't want to play that way. The way I'm handling my crew is more casual and just finding people to play the game with and socialize. Hopefully trading things and helping each other out, because that's how I want to play the game personally. We're going to have smaller crews with their own captains based on how active and helpful they are. And I generally want to build a sense of community with my crew. And I think a lot of the crews in the game are going to be like this. Especially like after release, when people realize how important resources are. Even if you do plan on having a crew that's really focused on PvP and grinding really hard, you're going to want allies that are good at gathering resources or maybe dedicate more time to it than you, because you need to upgrade your gear. Part of the reason why I don't really understand people saying that Rell is going to be disappointing is because they've already shown off that like so much that basically guarantees the game's going to be fun, at least. You know what I mean? Like, unless your expectations are crazy high. I mean, here are some of the possible crews you could bump into while sailing. Chef crews that build floating restaurants, fishing crews that gather fish, hunting crews that gather materials from monsters, mining crews that just gather ore all day, merchant crews that trade for resources and travel across the map, ship specialists that customize their ships and try to race them. Like, the roleplay potential is crazy on just some of that alone. And then there's like thieving crews, like I mentioned before, a lumberjack crew that just chops trees and sells the wood, blacksmithing crews that hunt on blueprints and craft everything. I know a lot of people were underwhelmed by the last movie because it didn't show off too much like PvP combat, but honestly, I'm glad it didn't, because we know that PvP is going to be good. They showed it off like forever ago in one of their first sneaks. I mean, they said they've reworked the systems, but it can't be that much different, and if it is, it's going to be for the better. Also, I know I'm a Rell meat writer, but anyone that's saying the game is trash or it looks really disappointing is just farming views. That's all I really have to say on the matter, at least for now. I gotta get ready for work soon, so I'm gonna call it there. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Discord if you're looking for people to play with. Also, I may start an Ark Survival Evolved server if, people are into that. For the remake that just came out. Also, I made the goblin a lot harder to find in this one, so good luck. If you didn't find it, just rewatch the whole video for it's watch time for me.